or insects and things like that get to you. Remember, in those days people used to meditate in the Himalayan caves. Then he says, most important, Shuchau Deshe, it has to be in a clean place. Both cleanliness is both in the environment as well as within you. The environment must be clean. If it is full of cobwebs and dust and dirt, how can you meditate? It has to be conducive. We are talking about internal cleanliness. You have to start with external cleanliness. Then subjective. If your mind is full of negative thoughts or too full of vasanas and desires, it's not a conducive environment for you to meditate. In fact, you cannot meditate. So, Shuchau Deshe, and yet in India, it's sad, but this country is probably one of the dirtiest in the world. It's something that we should make an attempt to correct. Most of us, at least within our homes, you want to be clean, but then take the dirt and throw it out of the window. Shuchau Deshe, the whole nation must be clean. You go to any Western country, you find tip-top cleanliness. And sometimes you wonder, why is it that we can't implement that here in a nation where even when he's talking about meditation, he says you must be in a clean environment. Then he talks about the seat. Chaila Ajinam Kusha. It has to be made of cloth, skin and kusha grass. Cloth because it's soft for comfort. Ajinam, skin means something that will keep you warm. Now this doesn't mean that before you sit in meditation, go kill some deer so that you can get the skin. And in those days it was different. Now you just need something that is warm enough to keep you warm. And kusha grass was used in those days because it prevented skin decay. Because see, these masters used to meditate for hours together. So they needed a seat that would not disturb them at all. Now here, what it means is you should sit in a place that is neither too soft nor too hard. And you work out your own comfort zone, and once you're sitting in it, then you're all set. 12.
तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यत चित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्यासने युञ्जात् योगमात्मविशुद्धये समं कायशिरो ग्रीवं धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वं दिशश्चानवलोकयन्.
Let one practice yoga, union, for self-purification. Sitting on the seat there, with single-pointed mind, subduing the activity of the body and mind. 13. Keeping the body, head and neck upright, unmoving and steady, gazing at the tip of the nose without getting distracted. Now he's giving again the details that one needs to get into. First of all, he says, Yata Chittendriya Kriya, with functions of the mind and senses controlled. He's repeating it. Mana Ekagram Krutva, keeping the mind single-pointed. And you're doing all this for self-purification, not to go boast at parties that you can meditate for so many hours. It's meant for self-purification. And then in the seat of meditation, you should keep the body, head and neck upright. In other words, you sit in a manner, and they've done research to find out that if you sit like this, there's minimum disturbance. In fact, there's no disturbance. In this posture, you can sit for hours together without the body craving for a change in position. And then gazing at the tip of the nose. This doesn't mean you struggle and squint your eyes to find out where the tip of your nose is. It means generally centered. If you're looking either left or right, even with your eyes shut, if you're focusing your eyes either to the left or right, your mind tends to get distracted. If you're looking straight ahead, there is least distraction. And he says, without getting distracted, not looking around. It's not as if you're waiting for somebody to enter or you're looking around to see what's happening outside. And then he continues, for which we'll have to come tomorrow.